It almost seems like every time you blink your eye, another new building pops up in downtown Boise. But as new development sprouts, it's important that we nurture its history and keep our city's unique character intact.
A shining example of all of this, the historic Jones House. What a sight 2 years ago when historic homes in Boise's Central Addition were hauled across town and moved to new lives. Developers were about to revamp the area, so the houses had to be uprooted.
Builders pitched in and partnered with Preservation Idaho to save the buildings from demolition. A year and a half later, the Jones House is renewed, standing in a new spot on Reserve Street. Our Morgan Boydston stepped back in time today to show us how it looks now. Morgan?
Yeah, Idaho native and preservationist Frank Eld says the second he walked into this home, he knew it had to be saved. He renovated and refurbished it so it didn't look like this you see behind me when he fell in love. But he could tell the old turn-of-the-century Victorian was a treasure, one he and Preservation Idaho had to protect.
I love this house. I love this house. That's all I could say. It's just too beautiful. And I hadn't even gotten past this.
A staircase.
This is hand done.
Stole his heart. The simple elegance of the old Victorian sealed the deal. Built by a Boise attorney in 1893.
These are tax receipts of this house in like 1893, 94, 95.
It wasn't in the best of shape when Preservation Idaho and Frank Eld came to the rescue.
We had to gut the house clear down to the bones.
Developers looking to revamp the Central Addition did something pretty unprecedented at the time.
When a city grows, its historic resources are under a lot of pressure.
They couldn't keep the houses in their roots, but they didn't want to demolish them.
Boise's heritage is its buildings.
So they bought the old buildings, helped find new owners, and pitched in with moving costs.
It's a win-win.
Keeping the homes a part of the city's soul with help from city agencies.
There's a message there for other developers to work together.
It was moved to this lot Eld bought near Fort Boise. For a year and a half, he and his family worked to restore it.
You would enter the house, and then, of course, you would come into the formal parlor.
Today, their home, now the Jones Eld house, is complete.
Kind of gives you the feel of stepping back about 100-some years. The house really told me what it was like.
High Victorian wallpaper from top to bottom.
The master bedroom.
Beautiful artwork, pictures, prints line the walls.
This is my study, my den.
Family heirlooms and antiques set perfectly in their place.
Most of things that I've collected over the years, they are from Idaho.
Almost as if they were here 120 years ago.
We feel like it's really not only our house. It belongs to the city. It belongs to everybody here because it's the history. And we have these pieces of history that connect this with the history of Boise.
Stories of our city that live on through preservation and restoration. The character of Boise, tangible in places like this.
Gradually, buildings just disappear.
So what we have left, which is a really small part, we do need to preserve that.
The mission of Preservation Idaho.
People come here, they spend some time in downtown, and they go, what a great city. So let's not ruin our city by growing so rapidly that we lose the things that make it so special.
There's other historical buildings under threat right now that Preservation Idaho is working to save from demolition. They say developers or anyone dealing with a historic building should be thoughtful and get in touch with their group for help. It's partnerships with builders, city leaders, and neighborhoods that preservationists say will help Boise grow well.
It's so important too, and everyone, it seems like, in this region has a sense of what our history was, where we came from, where we were, and they really want to preserve that. It's great to see, Morgan.
All right, Morgan, thank you.